Hey guys, Lively here. Welcome back to another episode of our Magnum Opus version 7 run. It's a modlist M8 that's available exclusively on Wabbajack for Fallout 4 that you can download, install, and play yourself right now. So if you like what you see, go ahead and give it a try. I think it's a lot of fun. But I want to immediately start by apologizing for the, I think it's like a 50-day delay between episodes here. I had some technical difficulties and I had to buy some new hardware, and I'm poor, so it took me a while. But I'm back now, and that's what matters. So we are going to focus solely on getting HQ up and running today, which is something I meant to do a while ago, but obviously I couldn't. But now I can. That man really thought he could punch me to death. Good for him. And so we finished recruiting our allies in the last episode, so all we have to do is activate this radio here. And I hate that these raiders respawn. I should really do something about it.
Some luck.
I was shooting a settler. My bad. Anyway, there's this note here, ready when you are. Aiden and I are preparing. Just push this button when you're ready to send a signal, and we'll know you've got everyone on their way, and we'll contact you back when it's time. Jake. So you activate the radio, it asks if you're done recruiting people. We got, if memory serves, the CPD, the Brotherhood of Steel, the Railroad, and the Minutemen coming to help us. So yes, I'm finished recruiting. This will automatically complete the War is Good for Business quest. As soon as it stops spamming that bed thing. I don't know why it's doing that. Apparently we should go finish that at some point. There you go. War is Good for Business is complete. So after that, all we have to do is wait 2 days for the next quest to trigger. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Alright, so now we have end of the beginning. Still spamming that bed thing. Very interesting. So we have to listen to Jake's private radio signal.
Hey! Hey there, darling!
Hello.
I hope you can hear me all right.
I hear you asking a stupid question. Of course they heard you.
Oh, would you just lay off? It's called being polite. Jerk. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. Keeping out of trouble. Sorry, it's been a while since you heard from me. We've been burning the candle at both ends over here.
Hurry up.
Aiden says hello. He's
Hello.
his usual cheery self. Anyhow, Hey!
Listen up. We're ready to attack the plaza. Everything's in place, and the only thing we're waiting on now is you. Meet us at the coordinates embedded in this message. Get there as soon as you can. Come prepared.
This has been a pre-recorded message.
Alrighty. So we have to head down to South Boston. This is probably the most dangerous manhole, if you ask me, because this leads you right into a group of suiciders, which tend to respawn because I'm not here very often. You can hear the beeping already. There's one. How you do it.
Stay focused. Streets of Boston. More news at 11.
There's one more. Oh, hello. Alright, so we gotta meet our friends who are in that building over there. And then we can get this party started. Did we miss one?
This wasn't their day.
There you go. You can see them all hanging out waiting for me. Waiting for the return of old Slaughter Princess. Yeah, you can see all our friends are here. We got Captain Algernon. Hello, Teresa, Aiden, Lupe, random Minutemen fellas, Jake. Brotherhood brought a child. Thanks. He's our singular railroad agent. CPD guys. They tend to be kind of chatty. It's a little annoying, but whatever. But we just gotta talk to Jake.
Hey there.
Great. You made it. As you can see, your reinforcements found their way here just fine. Although, there has been a little bit of friction. I don't seem to like each other very much. But for the most part, they've been behaving. Mainly for your sake, I think. But maybe best we wrap things up here as quickly as we can.
Everything's prepared for the assault. Apart from a few minor details, we're good to go.
But we're not going to start anything until you're ready. So just let us know when you want to do this.
Oh, I'm ready.
Everything's ready. It's time.
All right then.
So you could talk to these other guys if you want. They really don't have anything to say, so you can just activate the plan.
First, let's get you up to speed with our plans so far. As you obviously know, we're going to be attacking the plaza. We need to get inside, find the Comm Hub, and deal with any gunners that might try and stop us.
But, before we can do that, we need to take out one of the plaza's external defenses.
That being a minefield that surrounds the entire compound. Before we can attack, we need to deal with that minefield.
Wait, they have a minefield?
Yep, and it's a big one. Fairly smart layout, too. If you set one mine off, at least 6 others nearby detonate as well.
I hope you have an idea.
The minefield. We detonate it. Whole thing, all at once.
How?
I gotta say, this idea of theirs was inspired. Listen to this.
Okay, so, at key points all around the minefield, me and Lupe have set up some mannequins. All dressed and kitted out to look like real people.
They'll make noise, shine lights, some even move around. The gunners will think they're under attack.
Which technically will be true.
And if the gunners follow standard procedure, they'll attempt to neutralize the attackers using mini-nukes.
Then, boom! Nukes hit the ground, set off a chain reaction, blows every mine in the field. In one swift move, we can clear a safe path to the plaza and kick enough debris into the air that the gunners won't even see us coming.
Sounds like this might work.
As long as everything goes the way we planned, I think so too. We're all in agreement on how we deal with the minefield. However, what we do after that is where some of us have a difference of opinion.
He means me.
Yeah, Aiden thinks we should climb to the top of the plaza and secure it, cutting off any means of escape for the gunners. And then, kill as many of them as we can.
And Jake thinks we should go through the front door, hack their security, and broadcast an evac message, letting most of the gunners just run away.
So this choice does have repercussions for Chapter 3, which I'm obviously not going to go into because it's very spoiler-heavy territory. But you can choose Aiden's path of ultra-violence, or you can choose Jake's path of less violence and let a lot of the gunners live. So it's really up to you if you want to kill as many as you can or try to be the nicer guy. I typically go with the nice guy option, so obviously I'm going to go through the front door.
I say we go through the front door.
Thanks for backing me on this. I know it might come back on us, but I really think it's the right thing to do.
If that's your play, fine. I'll still help. But the consequences of this will be on your head, not mine.
Thank you. I know what you must think of the gunners, but they don't all deserve to be killed.
All right, so we're agreed on what we're doing. We blow the mines and use the dirt kicked up to cover our approach. Then you, me, and Lupe enter through the front door. Lupe hacks the security and broadcasts an evac message. Then whilst the gunners are preoccupied or running away, you and me start looking for the Comm Hub.
You should look for the hub in the old newsroom. If anywhere, that's where they'd be keeping it.
Can't think of anyone I'd rather have at my side.
Thanks. The feeling's mutual. All right, we'll need to wait for nightfall before we begin. Once we start this, there'll be no turning back. So make sure you're ready. When you're good to go, take up position. And good luck to all of us.
Alright, so all we have to do is activate this window over here. This part can be extremely difficult, so I'm going to drop a save. Alright, so now we can wait for the attack and watch a little cutscene in the process.
You alright? Looked as if you were a million miles away.
Sorry, what?
Hey. Oh, and...
Oh, hey.
Did you hear that? That's the mannequins. They're working.
Looks like the gunners took the bait.
Look, they're firing!
Do the common level.
They hit every team.
Sam, cover your eyes! Like a proper police force. All right, path's clear. Let's move out.
Follow me. Don't fall behind.
Alright, so we have to defeat the first wave of attackers, but more importantly, we have to take out that vertibird, because it's going to kill us real fast if we don't. You only have to get it to half health before it bugs out and runs away. And then we can focus on the little fellas. Looks like it's probably gonna run. I think we're good. Now we can focus on the regular soldiers. Definitely want some guns with high armor penetration here if possible. Alright, now the second wave spawns. That spawns a bunch of soldiers up at the door there. And now we can go inside. So you don't want to spend too much time out here because these guys will spawn infinitely. If you want to stay out here and get loot, you're more than welcome to. But I'm just going to go in.
There's the terminal. Just give me a second.
Take your time.
Bypassing the security. And I've done it.
Condition black. Repeat. Condition black. This is a base-wide alert. All personnel are to follow proper evacuation procedure. Repeat. Condition black.
All right, this is it. You've done your part, Lupe. You stay here and keep your head down.
Okay, remember, head to the old newsroom. I'll be keeping my fingers crossed.
Okie dokie. I see your gun's invisible. That's fine. You don't need that, Lupe. So, I have noticed one thing about doing this is that his gun audio will sometimes bug out during this part, which will go away pretty quickly, so it's not a huge deal, but something to be mindful of.
Again.
Yeah, see, his gun audio is bugged. It'll swap out when we get to the basement. This should be fine after that.
Hold your positions. Repeat. Hold your positions.
Should
No
take
good.
out the chains
We'll have to
first.
find another way.
The plaza is under
Hey.
attack.
Oh, sounds like it fixed itself. That's nice.
Forces have breached the plaza. All hands to battle station. Prepare to repel the attackers.
God, I
save me the trouble from later.
They didn't stand a chance against us.
Totally. Anyway, I am going to drop a save just because I'm inside now and I feel good about it. So we'll head to the basement. Alright, so before I step out here, I want to see if I have any drugs to help with my speech. And I don't. That's unfortunate. There is a series of speech checks here I would really like to pass. So I guess we'll just see if I get it naturally.
And where are you two going? Maybe not as smart as you thought, huh? Next time you try sneaking in someplace, maybe don't set off a huge explosion first. I warned you, but you didn't listen. So now you're gonna pay for crossing the gunners.
Whoa, wait a second. Let's discuss this.
Are you slowing ahead of something? Time for talking's over. Or do you really think you can somehow squirm your way out of this?
You're making a big mistake here, but you can still do the right thing. Just think this through.
The hell are you yammering
Nice.
You don't have to do this.
about? Oh yeah?
Nice.
What do you suggest I do instead, huh?
Get out of here and don't come back.
Nah.
Nice.
You know what? Screw this. I'm sick of you trying to mess with my head. You want to take on the rest of the plaza? Fine. Be my guest. Here, this key card will let you take the elevator to the second floor. Go get yourself killed by Wes.
Hold on. I believe you've got some of mine. My pistol. Hand it over.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. Just shut up and get out of my way.
Despite everything he did, never took that guy for a coward. Guess you can never tell. All right, darling. I'm staying down here. Stop any gunners from following and sneaking up on you. You got the key card, so go ahead. Go find the Comm Hub.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Don't worry about me. Now get going.
Cool beans. I'm going to take these goggles off because I kind of look ridiculous all the time. I don't need them for a while. So, back to being a normal human. Cool beans. Alright. Sir. Sir, I need to use the elevator. Sir.
I'll be okay. Go ahead and find the Comm Hub.
I'm trying, sir. I need you to let me by. Thank you.
Second floor.
All right. Keep making our way through.
What are you people doing? Reports of attackers on basement level. Repeat, basement level. Repel the attackers at all costs. We could not afford to lose the plaza.
Who's there? Damn it. I've got your
There you
back.
are.
We showed them.
I showed them. You didn't fire a single shot, I don't think. Alright, so this upcoming confrontation, let's say, can be extremely difficult, so if you want to make another safety save, this is a really good time for it. I am just going to see how it goes. Hope I don't regret that decision.
Open the doors. Let them in.
I'll admit, that was some fireworks show you put on out there. I know why you're here, but I won't let you take it. Your hub is too important to our work.
Who are you supposed to be?
I'm Wes, captain of the Gunners. And once my work is finally done,
Governor of the Commonwealth.
Why would you do this?
Remind me, what were you using the hub for again? Letting people decorate houses, wasn't it? Such a waste.
I'm just here to take back what you stole.
It's hard to steal what was never yours to begin with. There's a damn good reason we secure technology like your Comm Hub. Not to mention other valuable resources. And locations. And if people like you would just stay out of our way, and let us finish what we started, the Commonwealth would already be on the brink of restoration. I'm sorry, but your Comm Hub is gunner property now. And I assure you, we'll put it to much better use than you ever would.
What are you talking about? The world's been destroyed.
I don't owe you an explanation.
Damn.
So don't ask for one.
So that doesn't change anything in regards to how this is going to play out, but I do like getting speech checks and dialogue, so that's a shame, but oh well.
Look, I'm sure we can work this out.
You were given plenty of warnings. The time for negotiation is over. Under my guidance, with our employer's backing, the Gunners can resurrect the wastes, create prosperity not seen since the Great War. With your hub computer tied into our comms, we finally have the means to achieve that. So I refuse to hand it back to the likes of you.
It's rude. So this next dialogue option is going to end it, and we're going to get into a fight. And first and foremost, the first thing that's going to happen is an Assaultron's going to pop out and possibly kill me. So let's hope that doesn't happen. But if you're playing this, then be warned. That Assaultron is incredibly deadly and very surprising. So let's hope that doesn't happen.
You're stalling. Surrender now, or we take you down. I won't warn you again.
I won't stand aside and let some self-righteous wastelander destroy everything I work towards. No. Your meddling ends here.
Engaging.
Nice. Better to lure him out. Get him one at a time. Where'd that one go? I'll get him in a second. Heather, get up.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Alright, well, I can't just leave this guy wandering around. Go all the way upstairs? I've never seen one just run away like this. This is crazy. Oh, Jesus. That was a diabolical trap you set for me there. That's the wrong button. There you go. Well, that was silly. Alright, let's go back down. We can loot the newsroom and then we can go talk to Jake. Since we have officially taken over GNN. This place is ours! First and foremost, bobblehead.
Bingo.
Yay! Permanently gain plus 25% critical damage with ballistic guns. Which is good for me because that's pretty much all I ever use. There's nothing else really of note in here, so let us go. Hey, Jake.
You did it. We did it. We defeated the Gunners.
Yeah.
Any remaining troops have either fled or have surrendered. It's over. We got the Comm Hub back. The Commonwealth is safe. We won.
You okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Although maybe ask me later once all the adrenaline's worn off. But for now, I'm feeling great.
So we're done with the Gunners.
I agree. It's too early to count them out.
And what's that supposed to mean?
We just dealt the gunners a serious blow. One they may never recover from. Their plans for conquest are over. But let's not deceive ourselves. It's not as if all of them have suddenly disappeared. Thanks to your charity, a large number were allowed to escape. And let's not forget all the gunners who are stationed elsewhere, or who are out on patrol.
We won, they lost. End of story.
Don't be so short-sighted.
Boy, you really know how to put a damper on things, don't you?
I'm just saying, we shouldn't count the gunners out.
Yeah, well, for now, I'm just glad we got the Comm Hub back. Thank you, darling. I don't think there's anything I could say that would truly express gratitude. But I hope you know how much I appreciate everything you've done. And without sounding too corny, I really consider you my closest friend.
Alright, well, if you've ever watched me play before, you know I try to bang as many people as possible, so...
Have you ever thought about us becoming more than just friends?
Oh, you mean like... together? As in an intimate kind of way? I'm not sure now's really the time to be discussing that kind of thing. Maybe it's something we can talk about later.
Shame.
Alright, I'll start getting things wrapped up here. I need to go check over the hub. Hopefully the gunners haven't damaged it. And, thanks again, darling. I'll contact you again soon. Until then, why not check in on the folks at Concord? Or maybe some of our own settlements. Up to you, of course. Anyway, I'll catch you later.
Leans. Let's see if there's anything, anybody else wants to talk about.
Hey there.
Hello.
Nope.
Hey there.
It's you.
It's me.
We can expect some peace and quiet for a while. But don't go thinking this is the last we've heard from the gunners.
What happens now?
I don't know. We've just created a power vacuum in the Commonwealth. There was no avoiding it. We did what had to be done. But now I'm left wondering, what comes next?
We'll talk later.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Teresa?
Not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, even the old Minutemen couldn't
He's
defeat the
got a brown
gunners.
face bug.
And you
Now I
just
don't want
did
to talk
it
to her
by
anymore.
assaulting-
It's the first one I've seen since we installed this new Rusty Face Fix mod, so that's a little disappointing.
That's a big fucking gunner fortress. Used to be a radio station, but they've been there for a while now.
Well, they're not anymore. Let's gather up some loot. Oh, welcome back, R4, who also has a brown face bug. That's a shame. I was really hoping this new Rusty Face Fix thing would be more thorough, but alas, it does not appear to be any different than the old versions. I'll double check my settings on it to be sure, but doesn't look like it's going to do us much good. But anyway, hello. I'm just going to do what I did earlier, and I'm going to wait 2 days again, just to kickstart the next quest. That should start, I think it's called Moving Days next. You are immediately bothering me. We'll fix it the way I know how. Yay. Unless it takes more than 2 days to start this quest. It's usually 2. Let's see what they're up to over here real quick. There it is. Listen to Jake's private frequency. You got it.
Hey there, darling. When you've got a moment, could you stop by the plaza again? There's something I need to talk to you about. Well, we're all still in one piece by the time we get here. I'll meet you in the atrium, by the big boat. See you soon.
This has been a pre-recorded message. Message repeats in 3
Alright.
seconds.
So we might have just had to get a certain distance away because Teresa spawns out here for this quest, so we'll just leave those guys to their own devices and have a word.
Hey there.
Hey, Fancy Pants.
Hey.
Why are you here?
I did go back to the settlement for a while, but I don't know. It didn't seem right no more. So I came back here. This feels like where I'm meant to be right now.
How are you?
What are you, like some kind of wasteland shrink or something? But if you gotta know, I'm doing good. So thanks for asking, I guess.
What are you doing out here all by yourself?
Just needed some fresh air. Was getting a bit too stuffy inside the plaza.
See you around.
Later.
Yeah. Still going to town out there. Oh, they got 2 vertibirds out there now. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for keeping the Commonwealth safe. There's my man Jake.
Welcome back to the plaza, darling. Got some good news to share. The Comm Hub is fine. In fact, it's better than fine. Don't ask me how or why, but the gun has actually finished repairing it. And they even started adding some upgrades.
Better than bad, it's good.
That's great news.
Part of me was dreading finding the hub, thinking what the gunners might have done to it. But turns out they were busy making it even better. That kind of brings me to the next thing I want to talk to you about. You see, I think we should stay here, in the plaza.
What? Why?
Well, think about it. It's got real hardwood flooring, it's glowing sea adjacent. It's certainly a step up from the hardware store. And I don't suppose you've noticed what's on top of this place?
Looked like a powerful transmitter.
That's right. Transmitter and receiver. On the plaza's roof is a huge antenna. It probably used to beam news to every home in the Commonwealth. It's got a massive broadcast range, something the gunners made good use of.
Nice. That sounds pretty high tech.
Now you connect something like the plaza antenna to the Comm Hub, and you got yourself a match made in heaven. With the gunners gone, we'd be fools not to use this place ourselves. That's why I think we should move our operation here. Begin to really scale things up. Maybe even start bringing in outside help. With a little effort, we could turn this place into a real headquarters.
Sounds like just what we need right now.
I knew you'd be on the same page. And this'll let us do some cool stuff. Let me show you what I mean. Follow me.
Okay. Very slowly walk.
The
Get
gunners
some
had
stuff
already
up on the
connected
way.
the hub to the plaza's antenna. It was a real sloppy job. My guess is they were in a rush. Or maybe they just didn't care. With their leader gone, I suppose we'll never know the reason why. Anyway, after a little tinkering around, me and Lupe figured that we could do a better job integrating the hub with the antenna. And after a little trial and error, and a lot of new parts, that's precisely what we did.
Hey, no such thing as junk in the Commonwealth.
Damn right.
So, without further ado, allow me to introduce what we've dubbed the Comm Array.
Wow. Golly, it's amazing.
Excuse me.
Well, what do you think?
What I've seen so far is pretty impressive.
Really? You're not just being polite, are you? Hey, you should try connecting your Pip-Boy to it. Just connect your adapter plug to the port there. Go ahead, it won't bite.
Okay. This animation could be a little wonky, but it works fine, so don't worry about it.
Nicely done. You just upgraded your Pip-Boy's firmware. Thanks to a little creative programming by yours truly, your Pip-Boy now has a direct link to the Comm Array, which means... Are
You kidding me? Again? This has got to be the 4th time today.
5th, I think.
How many times do I have to tell him? At this point, he's got to be doing it on purpose.
What do you mean, him? Who are you talking about?
Sorry, I'll just be a minute. I gotta go take care of something.
Okay. I'll come with you. Even though you run very slowly.
Aiden! Aiden! What did I say about firing that turret up inside? With all this trash everywhere, you're gonna start a fire! And... Did you splash these power cables directly into the latch wiring? Do you have any idea how dangerous that is?
I don't answer to you. Besides, it's not my fault. I asked you to fix me up a generator hours ago.
Well, I'm sorry, but I've had more important things to do than help you play with guns.
What's this all about?
After I shared my plan for us to move in here, Aiden decided he wanted to stay as well. I said that was fine, providing he followed the rules.
Your rules, not mine. And just who put you in charge anyway? You can barely keep the lights on.
I never said I was in charge, but, well, someone's got to give the orders around here.
And that someone is you, is it?
Well, it sure as hell ain't gonna be you.
Hey, calm down. Let's talk about this.
Huh. You know, I wouldn't actually mind taking orders, if it was from someone like you.
For once, I think I might agree with Aiden. You would make a good leader. And if we're gonna turn this place into a real headquarters, we're gonna need someone who can make the big decisions. I know this is rather sudden, but, well, I don't suppose you'd be interested in leading this place.
What would it mean to be in charge?
Well, once we're more established, you'd call the shots. You'd decide what we do and how we go about doing it. You'd be our leader. You'd be free to shape the kind of group we become.
What kind of work will we be doing, exactly?
Initially, we'd be doing what we do already, just better. That being helping people build and improve settlements. But as we become more established, there's no reason we couldn't start doing more. I mean, we could maybe try trading. We could start providing folks with martial assistance. We could bring back old technologies. Hell, if we gather enough smart people, maybe we could invent new ones. We could do whatever you thought best.
All right, I'll do it.
Well, all hail to the chief. Maybe now we can get something done around here. As I'm sure you've already noticed, Jake's custodial skills are severely lacking.
Hey, that is not...
And mine aren't much better. If you want to get an HQ up and running, we need someone who knows how to clean up and manage a place like this. And I got just the person in mind.
I'm listening.
From what I understand, you already know him. Guy's name is Mansfield, Deputy Overseer of Vault 81. I think if you offered him a job overseeing the plaza, he'd leap at the opportunity.
What makes you think that?
After the gunners attacked his vault, I had the chance to talk to the man. He seemed unhappy in his role there, and I don't think recent events had helped that feeling. He spoke very highly of you, though. I believe if you offered him a position here, he'd take it.
All right. I'll go talk to him.
Good. Now, I've got some lasers to go calibrate.
I'd never say it to his face, but now and again, Aiden does make some good suggestions. I'm often too busy to worry about things like basic maintenance or upkeep, but we wouldn't be able to start a real headquarters without it. If this Mansfield is willing, we should definitely bring him aboard. Okay then, we all got things to begin on with, so I'll see you later. Good luck with the town scouting, Chief.
Thanks, Jake. Bye, Aiden. Alright, so obviously we have to head to Vault 81 and talk to Mansfield again. Bring him into the fold here at HQ, and pretty soon we can start recruiting our own people to live here. which means we can go around gathering up all of our wonderful, illustrious Patreon supporters, bring them into HQ, give them jobs. You're welcome. Pretty sure it's over that way, so we'll just walk. See what kind of shenanigans we can get into on the way. And this rain is making my frames a little choppy. But I should also mention SS2 updated, I want to say recently, but not really. It was months and months ago, but it's recently to me because I haven't played it yet. But it is included in Opus and has been for a while, where the HQ stuff is now kind of semi-automated, where it wasn't in the past. But now apparently you can set up queues to dictate what gets built and in what order, so you don't have to keep running back and forth as much, which is how it was when I played it so long ago. So again, I haven't touched it. I don't know anything about this feature, so I guess we'll just have to learn about it together, but I've largely heard very good things about it. So we'll
Lots
see
of good houses here.
how that goes.
I call dibs on the big one.
But I'm looking forward to it. It sounds like it makes HQ much less of a slog. And HQ definitely did just kind of stop the game in its tracks for quite a number of hours once you started getting to this point and building it up. And it can be a real, it can be hassle, and it can be kind of boring. So anything to make it more engaging or more automated so that it's less time consuming on the player, I think is a good idea. It's one of the most impressive systems I've seen in a game. Well, introduced by a mod. But at the same time, that doesn't mean it's immune to criticism or anything. It definitely deserves a fair amount. It's not perfect, but it is extremely impressive. I remember when I first saw it, I was absolutely blown away. I didn't know how something like this could be possible. But I'm getting ahead of myself, and we should just carry on. Not too much further now, you can see it on our map, so... We should be arriving, I think, from, like, behind it, so we'll drop from a cliff right on top of the door, I think. If my sense of direction is to be trusted. But I suppose we can stop for a moment and make the Commonwealth ever so slightly safer. Or not, because I can't shoot anything. Jesus, that's embarrassing. He really thinks he's going to get this close to me with a flamer.
Enjoy this.
And he fucking might. There we go. Jesus. It's not hitting. There we go. There is some level of bullet drop from Weapons of Fate that you use, but man, that was bad. But, you know, that's 3 or 4 less raiders that the Commonwealth has to worry about. Now some poor traitor won't get ambushed on that road in the future. And they'll have no idea that I'm the one to thank for it. But hey, I was right. Drop from a cliff onto the door. Yeah. Vault 81 is nice and cleaned up again, so... back to normal. So if you hadn't done the Curie stuff before the Vault 81 siege, you can do it again now. So that's not like lost forever or anything. But I digress. I'm rambling. Let's talk to Mansfield.
Excuse me.
Ah, hello.
Hello.
It's good to see you again. Welcome back to what's left of Vault 81. As you can see, we've been rather busy cleaning up.
How are things in Vault 81?
Not good. To be perfectly frank with you, the vault is failing. And I fear there's nothing anyone can do about it.
What do you think about coming to work for me?
Really? Are you perhaps hiring for some sort of deputy overseer position? If it was anyone else asking, I'd probably turn them down, but considering it's you... Very well. I accept. I'll begin packing immediately. Oh, but first, I should inform the overseer. If you'd excuse me.
That was a weird flash. But anyway, this is one of my favorite things in the world. So the quest just says to leave the vault, talk to Jake. But if you actually follow Mansfield here, they program this in this whole conversation with his resignation that I imagine most people would never ever see, because why would you follow him unless you were actually curious about this? Which, fortunately, I was, because I'm a crazy person. But I just saw him walk into the elevator, and I decided to follow him one day, and I was very excited to see this. I just think it's super cool when there's little things like this that completely are not necessary, and they went out of their way to put forth the effort to make this more immersive, which is everybody's favorite word. But yeah, let's give it a listen. There he is. Sometimes he kind of like teleports up there, and sometimes he doesn't, so I'm glad that he didn't, so he didn't miss the beginning.
I heard about what you did for our little Austin. Don't know many who could do the same.
You're welcome. Come on, Cedric. Kinda wishing you had teleported up here at this point. Let me get the door for you.
Excuse me, Overseer McNamara.
Shouldn't you be working?
I wish to submit my resignation as Deputy Overseer of Vault 81.
Really?
This has been a long time coming, but after the loss of Claudia, the recent mercenary attack, I no longer feel the Vault is the right place for me. I'm sorry, but I've been offered employment elsewhere in the Commonwealth, and I've accepted it. This is something I have to do.
I suppose I can understand that to a degree. I'm sorry too.
I'll be leaving as soon as I've packed. If anyone asks where I've gone, I trust you'll explain.
Well then, good luck in the Commonwealth.
I know we've had our disagreements in the past, but thank you. I wish you all the best, Glenn.
Yeah, it's just so cool that they added that little scene in.
Back again. I was starting to worry you'd been clubbed to death by a mutant.
Oh, no such luck. Anyway, now we could take off.
Heard we got a pretty big mess to look into.
I just thought I'd show that off because like I said, I imagine a vast majority of players have never seen that and didn't know it existed, so. I feel like we haven't actually talked to either one of them in a while either. We might do that in a minute.
Hello? Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, can you hear me?
Hello?
Well, hello to you too, darling. I got so distracted by Aiden, I forgot to tell you about your Pip-Boy's upgrade. Well, better late than never. So, congratulations. You are now the proud owner of a fully functional two-way Pip-Boy radio. No more tuning into pre-recorded broadcasts. Now you got the direct line. You can contact anyone at the HQ, whenever you like.
Yeah.
Sounds handy.
Damn right it is. With a two-way radio, you'll no longer have to come all the way back just to give me updates. Should make staying in contact a lot easier. Speaking of, how'd it go at the vault? Did you manage to get that Mansfield guy?
Yep.
Oh, great. I look forward to meeting him. Say, what's he like?
He's a very dedicated man.
But I get the feeling dedicated really means something else. All right, head on back to the plaza once you're ready, and let's see what this new guy can do.
Alright. Yay. Well, I was kind of hoping Cricket would be out here so we can do some bartering, but alas. Yeah, we really don't need to do any of this. We're just going to fast travel back to GNN. That's CPD, that's GNN.
Just no winning with you, is there? You said stop using turrets inside, so I did. I moved on to something else.
Yeah, you moved on to planting landmines. Inside. That's the part I have a problem with, Aiden. The inside part.
What am I meant to do, Jake? I'm only one man. I can't watch every door. Besides, it was just testing them. I had Teresa disable the charge in each mine. None of them would have exploded.
Hey, don't drag me into your little squabble.
Okay, you want to beef up security around here. I get it. But are mines really the way to do that? Oh, there you are.
Hello.
We were just waiting for Mansfield.
What are you talking about?
Oh, same old. Mostly just disagreements on how we should go about doing things.
Who are these people?
I asked a few folks from Concord to escort Mallet down here. After that, they decided to stick around. Help us out for a while.
Cool, cool.
Is he here yet?
No, not yet. So you did tell him where he'd be working, right? Like he knows to come to the plaza.
Ooh. Might have forgotten.
Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
Hello.
Ah, that must be him now. Hey! Over here!
We'd better move out. Good luck.
Thank you for your help. A safe journey back to the vault. Hello. Nice to meet you all. I'm Mansfield, former Deputy Overseer of Vault 81.
Yeah, we know.
Oh, right. Of course.
Are you alright? You seem kind of tense.
Oh, it's just being outside the vault is all still rather new to me. It's quite overwhelming. But I'm sure I'll get used to it in time. For now, I suppose I should start getting settled into my new position here. So, where might I find my office?
Welcome to the team, Mansfield. I'm Jake. If you want an office, there's a few rooms up top you might like. Feel free to help yourself.
Up top? You mean in here? Surely you can't be serious. This place is piled high with trash. It's dilapidated. It's literally dripping with filth.
Well, yeah. That's why we asked you to come work with us. We need your expertise to clear this place out. Help get everything tidy and organized.
Oh, Cedric. What have you gotten yourself into?
What were you expecting?
I suppose I just assumed you were more established. But then, besides the vault, I have no reference for such things. Perhaps this level of squalor is normal?
Pretty typical, yeah.
Relax. It's gonna be fine.
That's what Dr. Forsyth would always say before an invasive medical exam. And thus begins my exciting new career, teaching sanitation. Very well. If you need this facility cleared of all this garbage, pay attention. I shall demonstrate some of the basics.
All right. Go ahead.
Now, watch carefully.
This is probably the best tutorial in the game.
You there.
Yeah?
Congratulations. You're a janitor. Grab a broom and get cleaning.
Oh, okay.
There. You see? That wasn't so hard, was it?
Easy! You can obviously read all this on your own if you like, but I know how to do all this
You have
stuff
a real
already.
low opinion of wastelanders, don't you? Believe it or not, most of us know how to clean.
The state of our current surroundings would beg to differ. How'd you even allow things to deteriorate this badly? Who's the head of facilities?
We don't have one. In fact, we don't really have no heads of anything.
No department heads? No wonder you're in such disarray. You can't expect to run a facility without clear, predefined roles.
So, what now?
If we're gonna start assigning roles, I'm taking charge of security.
Hey, if Aiden gets security, then I'm calling head of engineering.
Slow down. It's not a competition. Assuming you're both qualified for those positions, that should be fine. Since you've no head of facilities, I'll fulfill that role. Now, usually in a vault, department heads answer directly to an overseer. Which I suppose in this case would be you, yes?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Well then, we'll be relying on you to direct each department as you see fit.
Anything else I should know?
Be aware that jobs you assign will take time, but once they're complete, you shall be informed and able to make full use of said assignment's results.
Cool.
Let's do this.
Yes. Well, please, proceed at your leisure.
Hey, Chief. If it's okay with you, I'm gonna go find us a proper meeting room. I mean, this atrium's nice and all, but I prefer someplace less drafty and with better seating. Come on, kid, you're helping.
I am? Oh, okay.
Alrighty. So as he said, the jobs will take time, but during this tutorial stuff they should complete almost instantly. But the main idea is this HQ is kind of like, I guess it's kind of like 3 settlements in one, but right now we're only on the main floor, so we only have 1 area unlocked. So as you can see, and as Mansfield said, it is pretty disgusting. But as we go, we obviously, you know, we would set him to clean this. He'll clean the upper balconies. Yeah. That'll clean up this area, and it'll make it nice. And then once we start unlocking, like, these little rooms, we set these rooms to clean, and we dictate what these rooms will be used for, which is really cool. So you always have a lot of options. Well, not always. Some rooms can only be used for one thing, but some of them can be used for 4, 5, 6 different things. And you have to choose what would benefit your HQ the most. So it's really interesting. But you also have to have people living here in order to assign them to jobs and have them, you know, occupy the rooms and get to work and all that. So one thing to be aware of is if you see in the top left, it has that 10 next to the waving guy. That's our settler count, so to speak. But, oh, this is actually pretty cool. So we can actually view the whole layout here. And these are all the rooms in HQ, which is pretty cool. You can see it's quite large, and there's a lot to do. Plus there's also the basement, and I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but there are other places to build. So it's very involved, and we just have to wait a second. I think. I wasn't paying too much attention. I don't know what the quest objective is. Wait for things. Okay. Yeah, we just have to wait for that to complete. So if this ever doesn't work, which is why I pointed out that red 10. Yeah. Which it did work, so that's good. But there is a an old bug that I haven't seen in a while. But you're supposed to automatically get these volunteers here. Sometimes they won't show up. If that ever happens to you, you can go to your miscellaneous stuff and go to your settings holotapes, the City Manager 2078 holotape. Yeah, this is already all done. This is all MCM stuff, but it's just for console users, basically. But we can go to Tools. I think it's under Cheats. Oh, no, I lied. Hijacks? No. Advanced Tools. Yes, Quest Fixes. Okay, yeah, if your population counter doesn't work, you can just hit this population issue, and it will automatically bring those settlers in and fix that problem for you. So if your tutorial jobs here don't complete, then just use that, and it should kick it back into action. But again, I haven't seen that happen in a while. I haven't had to use that option in a pretty long time, but it is there just in case you need it. So we have to do... Okay, we have to build Mansfield's office next. Well, again, facilities, construction, and we'll take Mansfield's office. And that will get built right up here. You can see it's already nice and clean. Yeah. Again, this will automatically complete in just a few seconds, whereas normally after this tutorial is done, it'll take usually 24 hours in-game time to finish a project like this. We can just chill out and watch it go. Shouldn't take too long. But it's very much like building plots, except you're doing whole rooms. And if you're creating SS2 add-ons, it's a pretty similar process. They have this whole HQ cell and its own predefined area and its own layers and stuff, so you can build out your own rooms the same way you would build out plots. Pretty cool stuff. But I am just going to stand here. If it takes too long, I'll fast forward. So we'll see how it goes. Pop that door right in my face. Anyway, you can see we're starting to get pretty built up here. But it's almost done.
Yeah?
There it is. Hey, welcome to your office. Yes, there's still a hole in the wall. And yes, we can fix that later.
Ah, well, that's a bit more like it. Now that it's clear of most of the filth and has some usable furniture, this should make for an acceptable workspace. Thank you.
I'm glad you're so enthusiastic.
Let's not get too carried away now. Enthusiastic may be a bit of a stretch. So, now you've seen what it takes to run a proper facility. Obviously, you don't do the work yourself, but it does require direct supervision. However, your direct involvement isn't strictly necessary. If you'd prefer, your department heads can delegate things such as cleaning, repairs, and room allocation, allowing your HQ to run autonomously, leaving yourself free to be as involved or as deferential as you'd like. As our overseer, the decision is, of course, yours.
So this is what is all new. That option did not exist before. None of that dialogue. I've never heard that dialogue before. So it's really cool that this can be autonomous, as he said. So we'll see how this plays out.
Tell me how I can help.
If you wanted direct control of your HQ, you'd essentially be doing what you already have.
Right.
Assigning tasks, balancing resources, deciding what gets built and where. It's a big commitment, but allows you to manage your HQ as you see fit.
Can you run this place by yourself?
I'd say so. Your department head could handle everything. And you wouldn't need to worry about building up the facility. The downside is they may make decisions you don't like. But you can always overrule them and assign a different task instead.
Well, this sounds good.
Understand, I'm only offering suggestions. You should proceed in a way that feels right to you. Do you feel you've an adequate comprehension of running your facility? If not, I can always offer further tutoring on what to do next. Oh, also, on your stance regarding HQ autonomy, I will require a formal spoken decision. It's for the paperwork, you understand?
Oh, we are absolutely going with the autonomy. I have built up HQ manually multiple times, and it takes a really long time, a lot of resources, a lot of patience, and a lot of save loading, because it's just the fastest way to get jobs done. Since the jobs take a day, if you save and then load, it automatically completes it, so it's kind of like a little cheaty option, but whatever. So I'm going to agree to automation. So
I'll take all the help I can get. So, what's next?
As you wish. I'm more than happy to provide further guidance. Also, I'll set up the workstations for each department head. That way, if you change your mind or want to take direct control of any or all departments, just leave a note at the specific workstation. And even with everyone acting autonomously, you can still assign tasks yourself. Anything you assign will naturally receive priority. Here, you should take this holotape. You may find it useful. Most of the information on it should be applicable to you in this facility. Now, I do believe your next step should be to clean up and construct some basic living quarters. At your leisure, of course.
Alright, you have chosen to enable automation and continue the tutorial. During the rest of the tutorial, you'll be asked to manually start a few more projects as part of the How to HQ objectives. Then after you reach a tutorial complete pop-up, your department heads will take over. Okay, so you still have to complete this quest as normal, which is fine. I think I only have to build like 2 or 3 things after this, but I think that gives a fair taste of what is in store for us here at HQ. We got a good look at how shitty it looks right now, and what we'll be doing to rectify that. And I am genuinely and truly looking forward to seeing how the automation plays out, and if it really lightens the workload as much as I genuinely hope it does. But for now, I think we're going to call it quits. I think we're probably running a little long, but I gotta say, it's really good to be back. I have missed this game terribly. I don't know what to say, man. I just love this game so much. I can't help it. But I hope you all enjoy. The next few episodes will probably be focused again solely on HQ stuff, getting our Patreon supporters in here, putting them to work, and giving them their, you know, living quarters and new assignments. And they tend to hang out in the lobby a lot too, so we'll see them a lot because we'll be here quite a bit. Because, you know, obviously this is our new SS2 headquarters, probably why it's called HQ. So as we progress the quests, you know, we'll see Jake and Aiden, we'll talk to everybody, and it'll be a good time. But anyway, as always, thank you very much for sticking around. I really appreciate you watching. I really appreciate everybody's support. All you guys on Patreon, you guys absolutely blow my mind every single day that you even continue to exist and support me, and I really appreciate it more than I could possibly tell you. So as always, thank you very much. I will see you next time, and happy modding.
Yeah?